When the sun enters Aries, it brings spring to the northern hemisphere. It's when nature starts waking up and its energy is put into the growth of plants. This is seen in Aries people through their motivation to start things but not necessarily finish. They very quickly get fired up about new things to do, and it's inspiring to see them in action. But if the going gets tough and their chart indicators do not show persistence and continuance, they will be discouraged by obstacles and delays and they might quit. This is one of the greatest difficulties of the sign. Aries natives need to persevere when the going becomes more difficult, when there are more delays or obstacles on the way. Aries signifies energy and new beginnings. This is the sign in which the sun is exalted, which means that it operates through the sign with ease. They are compatible with one another, the sun and the sign Aries. And because it's easy for the sun to operate through the sign, Aries people have great energy reserves. This is both good and bad. They can accomplish a lot in life if they continue going even though there are obstacles in their lives. But this great energy can also hinder them, because if it's excessive, it will manifest as rash behavior, snap judgment, carelessness, and also the inclination to get into disputes and even fights. It's very often that they are triggered by some emotion and take action because of it, and then soon they regret. So with this excessive energy that they are unable to get in control of, they can ruin their own lives and the lives of others. Aries people are often young souls coming to experience what this life is about, what this material existence has for them. So like children, they can be selfish, thinking mainly about themselves and how things affect them rather than others. They should learn to put themselves in the shoes of others to really understand how their decisions and behavior impact others. Because Aries natives can be sometimes unthoughtful in their remarks, distancing others as a result of what they say without even realizing it. And oftentimes they distance those whom they love the most because of their careless or rash remarks. So they must think before speaking so that not to offend, and they must learn to put harsh facts in a way that is easier to accept. And this art of communication is mastered by Libras, which is the sign opposite to that of Aries. So this means that Aries people often lack the qualities that Libras possess, and that's why Libra is on the cusp of the 7th house for an Aries ascendant. Because if they get into union, they can learn from each other. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is the planet of war. Therefore, they are good at fights, speed, standing up for themselves, and anything else that clashes with other humans involved, such as competition and debates, for example. Also, Aries is the planet of passion. Therefore, Aries natives tend to have magnetic energy around them that attracts especially the opposite sex. Since Aries rules the first house of astrology, Aries natives often pay a great deal of attention to their appearance. So through diet and exercise, for example, they improve their bodies and then they tend to dress in a way to show the best parts of their figure. And it applies both to men and women Aries natives. Since it's a fire sign, Aries people have a natural ability to inspire others. So they don't have to say anything, like they don't have to give any inspirational speech or anything like that. Just the way that they talk simply can inspire others, or the way that they act may also do the same. And this actually applies to all the fire signs. They have this ability to inspire others. A developed type of Aries is a person who is a leader, inspiring others to be better versions of themselves. They also would stand up for themselves and others and they would make fearless decisions in the face of danger. So they have this ability to make very quick decisions when the situation is critical. However, an undeveloped type of Aries would be a very difficult person. They will be immature, rash, careless, and they would make enemies wherever they go because they would always find something to disagree with. So if you want to have a simple conversation with an undeveloped type of Aries, they would make it into a debate. They will try to find ways to provoke the situation into it becoming more heated. This is painful for certain signs, such as Libras or Pisces or Cancers, for example. Also, if the Sun works through Aries in an imbalanced way, which will be shown through its afflictions, or if Mars in the natal chart is afflicted, it can manifest as Aries people needing to get rid of that excess energy that they can't manage, and they will do it through careless and reckless ways, such as drink driving, driving too fast, getting into accidents, and in other dangerous and self-destructive ways. So if there are afflictions in the chart, the ones that I've mentioned, Aries natives need to learn to get in control of that energy so they can use that excess energy for something positive, such as they can join a yoga class or a karate class, for example. So in this way, they not only will get rid of that excess energy, but they will also learn a skill for life, and they will also improve their bodies, which is important for them. Aries natives, if undeveloped, are not reliable marriage partners because once the passion in marriage dissipates, which it always does, they will probably look for someone else to arouse that passion because they would live on those energy highs. But of course, it only applies to an undeveloped type of Aries native. And if you're not sure whether an Aries native will be a good marriage partner, you should look at their natal chart, especially where the planet Venus is positioned. So for example, if it trines Saturn, that's a great sign. If it's in the sign of Taurus, the sign of stability, again, this is a great sign. Since Aries rules the head, often Aries natives have some kind of marks on their faces usually, or somewhere else on the head. So it could be moles, birthmarks, scars. They can have rashes on their faces. They may have more problem with pimples when they are growing up than other teenagers. And also Aries men tend to bald quite fast. When it comes to health, Aries natives often have high blood pressure and high fever, like suddenly when they are about to get sick, fever can get really high. However, fire signs can handle higher temperatures than other signs. Aries natives actively go for what they want in life, and it applies to all life situations. For example, if they fancy some person, they will not just sit and wait for them to come to approach them, but they will try to make them aware that they like them. So they are very proactive in the things that they want to possess, in the things that they want to achieve. And when they really want to achieve something, they get so fired up that they don't see any obstacles in the way. That doesn't mean that they will achieve it, because the going can get tough, as I told, and they might not have enough perseverance. But when they are fired up about something, they don't even care if they don't have enough tools to achieve that thing. In astrology, Aries is considered to be a positive and masculine sign. Aries people are likely to find the following countries good to live in: France, England, Germany, Lithuania, Switzerland, and Denmark. The colors favorable for them are white and red. The best gemstone for them is the diamond, which gives them balance, the strength to persevere, and it also can increase their wealth. Amethyst is another excellent gemstone for Aries natives. It relaxes them and reduces rashness. It also reduces mood swings and irritability, and reduces anger. The metal of Aries is iron, so sometimes Aries people find themselves in occupations where the use of iron tools is required. And also they might do well wearing stainless steel jewelry, which some people cannot wear. In fact, wearing such jewelry could be beneficial for them. Aries is the most compatible with Leo and Sagittarius, fellow fire signs. They will also get along with Geminis and Aquarius people, and they might get along with Libras, but if there is a relationship between them, both of them need to learn from one another and progress in this way, grow together, because if one of them is unwilling to do it, the relationship will not last. So these are all the important things to know about the zodiac sign Aries. Make sure to check out my playlist here for the descriptions of all the other zodiac signs. See you in the next video.